What's up, Jason?
How we doing, fellas?
We're doing all right.
Doing well.
We've got the Grade 8 Chase Ovi tracker in studio, and it's at 3. And last night, a couple of us were at Capital One Arena for the Wizards game, and people were coming up to us and going, "Do you think Ovi could break the record tomorrow night, which is tonight? Could he do it? Yes. Do you think it's probable, Jason?"
Well, I mean, listen, I think a tie is very probable tonight, and the way he's been shooting the puck, and you can kind of see him every time he's getting a little bit closer to the record, he's shooting it more and more, and they seem to be looking for him more and more, and it feels like there's an earnest effort from the team to kind of get him the puck as much as possible. So, I think it's a possibility. Listen, the team he's playing tonight is fragile, and he'll have his opportunities because they're young as well, and they do make a lot of mistakes, so he'll be able to potentially capitalize on it.
So, Jason, I'm sure you've blocked a ton of shots in your NHL career as a defenseman. How many of those have you blocked that came off of Ovi's stick? And tell us, what is it that's so special about Ovi's shot, the power behind it, how he delivers it? Have you ever been on the wrong end of a few of those when you're lying down on the ice trying to help out your goalie?
Well, you're very sweet to say that I blocked a lot of shots, but it's probably a lot less than you guys think.
Okay.
I was pretty good at getting out of the way.
I would be.
But the correct answer is to say that I always had the puck, so I didn't need to block a shot. But no, the odd time that I used to play penalty kill, and I played against the Capitals, and obviously as a right-handed defenseman, you're basically in line with his one-timer. He hit me once in the shin pad, broke my shin pad right in half, split it right down the middle. And it didn't feel great on my knee, and that was, believe it or not, all off of a snapshot and not a slap shot. So if he had taken the one-timer, I probably would not be who I am today, and I'd probably be walking with a limp.
Hey, so I'm curious. We had some fun about, 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe it was a month ago, when Panger called him a one-trick pony, okay? And we know...
He said he misspoke.
Yeah. Look at the Panger getting after it.
What's Panger thinking saying that nonsense?
He whatever. Some people could say that he was setting up video when he was saying that he's not a one-trick pony right now, but the words came out and Caps Nation was very upset. I'm just curious, when you would face Ovi over the years, did the scouting report change over the years as you headed in to play him?
Oh, 100%. When he started, the defense was optional. And, I mean, I can say that, and I think Caps fans, if they're truly Caps fans and are being honest with themselves, that was the case. Ovi was purely one-dimensional and was offensive, but as his career progressed, he learned the defensive side of the game and got better and better and committed more to defense. And, you look at it just now, and I think the perfect example is, they could be putting him out to score the empty net goals, but, to play empty, to be on the ice on a 6-on-5, you have to be relied on responsibly defensively. And listen, they've been putting him out on the 6-on-5 at the end of the season, and it's still the first place team in the Metropolitan. So he's doing something right. And, I do think his game has evolved over the years. And I mean, that just comes with age and experience and a willingness to learn. And listen, the guy's won a cup and he won a cup, and the Capitals won a cup large in part, not just because of his scoring, but his defensive play as well and his commitment to defense.
Hey, Jason, one of the cool things about the chase is that, I mean, it is front and center, but for Caps fans, the way this team has retooled around Ovi and been able to use his amazing scoring prowess, along with chalking up the most points in the East, being one of the top teams in the league, when a lot of pundits heading into this season thought, okay, your highlight this year is going to be watching Ovi track down Wayne Gretzky. Good luck in trying to qualify for the playoffs. The job that Spencer Carberry has done, that the front office has done in getting this roster younger and better around Ovi toward the end of his career has been pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, the Brian McClellan and the Brain Trust in Washington deserve a ton of credit to put the pieces in place that have worked this well. And, I mean, you can go down the list of guys that they've brought in that have just been absolutely incredible. Jacob Chikrin all the way down to Mangiapane and Brandon Duhaime that have just done great work. The two goalies they bring out, not the two goalies they bring in, but Logan Thompson, I mean, has been a revelation in net. And it's, I think recently they've struggled a little bit down the stretch. I feel like this might be becoming a little bit too much of a circus. It's obviously a huge deal. It's one of the great records of all time, but I do feel like it's affected them a little bit the way they're playing. So I'm sure they're going to be happier than anybody to kind of get this not over with, but to see him win the scoring championship, or whatever you want to call it, the scoring record, so he can kind of focus on the bigger task at hand, which is winning a cup, because they fully believe this team can win a cup and they can go deep in the playoffs, but they're going to need everybody playing at 100% capacity, and Ovi included. So